conference season did begin, and it was one game only, and it was because of rain. So let's show you the highlights of this one. The Pioneers taking on the Shawnee State Bears live from Lynn Field. Here you see a little bit early on, Shawnee already up 3-0. A single there by Pasenka. The sack bunt's going to move her over to second. A wild pitch would move her over to third. So the runner on third, and it's Christy Schroeder, probably the best hitter on this team, slapping one all the way into right field over that head. She is going to get the run home. She would be called out at second on this one. So 3-1. The Pioneers still trail Shawnee State, but this one, Daniels had a great game on the mound. There you see her striking out Durunda. And how about Zoe Hughes? There's a big whiff. How about Daniel? How about ended it this time? And there is another strikeout for Daniel. There you see the third pitch strike to Hughes. Shawnee State a little bit later on would tack on some more runs. Durunda, great play there. Couldn't get the out at first, and Kane throwing it home. 2-run score for Shawnee, and that is the way it would end. The Pioneers fall to the Bears of Shawnee State 5-1. They drop their opening AMC conference game. They're 0-1. Shawnee improving to 3-1 in the AMC just a day before they swept Carlo at that same Lind Field. So the rain-shortened weekend for the Pioneers that one only finished in 6, actually. Did not play the 7th due to the rain. Did not play game 2 due to the rain as either. And I'm the luckiest guy because I got these two fine young ladies sitting next to me, Kelly Reed, Melissa Sikowski. Ladies, it was an interesting weekend for the Pioneers. Let's start off with you, Kelly. The Pioneers, great. Another D3 team they played and took care of business against the Penn State Beaver Club.
You know, Josh, I love these type of games, especially on Saturday against Penn State Beaver, when you can go 5 innings and you get 12 runs automatically. It's such a team effort kind of a game. Everyone contributed. Everyone was hitting. The pitching was outstanding. I love those type of games because the players can shine.
Solanka, I believe she was in double-digit strikeouts for that game, plus Robertson and Heigl taking care of business in the second game. Let's move into Sunday. The first conference games here for this ball club, the first games against a Division II opponent, and Shawnee State took it to the Pioneers early, Melissa.
They did, and actually it's a change of pace when you move into division games. First AMC game, they needed to get used to the new pace, and they couldn't execute their same kind of play that they usually do, which is understandable, and I think that they'll solve that before the next game versus Mount Vernon Nazarene. They came out very strong, Shawnee State, 3 runs in the top of the first inning. It's tough to come back from that for the Pioneers. It was awful, awful conditions this day. It rained consistently throughout the entire game. We have to thank Mike for roughing it out in the rain. It was awful. It was so cold and rained throughout the entire game. So for them to be pitching in that kind of weather, it was very difficult, and Shawnee State did handle those conditions better.
That's what I want to ask both of you as well now. I'm going to start off with you, Kelly. How much do the conditions play a factor into softball or baseball? I mean, I know it's miserable. I know games can get canceled due to that, but what specific position player, if you'd have to name one, would really have the trouble in conditions like that?
A lot of the infield players, but I think particularly the pitchers, because the mound, they're playing on dirt. When that dirt gets wet, it becomes mud, and pitchers, their cleats, they can stick to that, and that can ruin their rotation of their swing.
Well, let's talk about a pitcher that did have a very, very good game. Again, did not play bad, a rough first inning, and then let up a couple late as well. But Daniels just shut down the Pioneers consistently, 10 strikeouts in Sunday's game.
She absolutely did, and Zelenka, in between the 3 runs and the 2 runs, did shut down in between, I believe it was 10, but Daniels was absolutely, number 8, spot on. Even when the ball was wet, you started trading out ball with the umps for a new ball. Just the rain really, really, really affected it, but she was able to handle it and was able to really dominate on the mound.
Now, before we let you two go, let's talk about the upcoming weekend. Some more home games on Friday before Easter hits our calendars. They got Mount Vernon of Nazarene, again, a solid ball club, one of those top-notch teams in the AMC conference. Let's start off with Kelly once more. What are you expecting to see here against Mount Vernon?
I'm expecting the ladies to come back strong. You see them already. They're a great team. They have the pitching. They have the defense and the offense. I see them just coming back strong. This one setback could have been with the conditions, but I think they'll do well on Friday.
And Melissa, how about you?
I'm going to have to agree with Kelly. I think that they learned a lot from their games this weekend. They know what they need to do to win, and I think they'll be able to execute that with the proper adjustments, which I think they will do. We also have some really strong pitchers. Kelsey Robertson, who's here today, is an extremely strong freshman, and she's not even at the height of her talent yet. So in our pitching game especially, we'll definitely be able to take them.
Well, thank you, ladies. And speaking of